In the last episode, we arrived in Chaldeum to find the city is in shambles. We're then guided by the Iron Wolves to seek out Magda in Alcarnus. It's then we meet an enchantress who reveals that there is illusions that will be blocking our path.
The Coven's foul magic. They will lead you to your death.
And she aids us in our quest, destroying the illusion that was barring our ability to cross Black Canyon Bridge on the trail for Magda. Heading towards the restored bridge, we ask the enchantress of our destination.
What do you know of Alcarnus?
It was not built in my age, but I have seen it in my recent travels, though I wish I had not.
Wow, that's a pretty grim assessment. We then cross the now restored bridge and towards the outpost, and hopefully liaise with the Shearer's Iron Wolves.
Now to find the Khasim Outpost.
You will find it to the north, though it is still some distance away.
Perhaps in response to our intrusion, a group of sand wasps and more of the fallen move to block our path. The sand wasps are led by a super unique named Hex the Slayer.
To impress me.
We heed the thoroughly impressed enchantress's words and head north, barred by a trio of fallen overseers.
Quickly now! Show them what you're capable of!
Soon thereafter, we see that our path has been fully barricaded.
Well, the cultists actually blocked the way instead of relying on illusion. I'll have to go through Khasim Outpost to the west.
We ponder on the cultists' tactics. Usually they would rely on illusion, so this could be taken as a good sign that their desperation is escalating to bar our path. Or the cultists want us to go to the Khasim Outpost, and we must remain vigilant.
By the light be damned!
It's not long to the west that we find the entrance to the Stinging Winds. More fallen are driven into frenzy, and yet we're still to sight any of the Coven in the desert sands. Heading northwest and hugging the wall, we begin to see signs that there is a settlement nearby with fencing wagons. On the ground is a lost satchel. It should be noted that these satchels are peppered about, but we're not really to believe that Cain lost multiple satchels throughout his travels, but instead is a good way to pick up some of the world lore on our travels.
And Dariel was the only female evil. She aided the lesser evils for many years, but eventually she lost faith in their plots. 2 decades ago, she chose to help Diablo during his resurgence and seize the citadel of the Sightless Eye. Ultimately, she perished at the hands of brave heroes.
Just north of the satchel are some stairs that lead up to the Khasim Outpost. We already get a bleak picture. Next to a waypoint lies a sun-bleached corpse where guards haven't bothered to move, but these aren't Iron Wolves, they're new guards that we haven't seen before around the city.
It is too quiet.
The Enchantress too seems to sense something is amiss. Next to 2 guards just inside the outpost, we find Captain's orders, which read,
Captain of the Guard, you are hereby ordered to send a band of your most loyal men to secure the Khasim Outpost. Control of the city hangs by a thread. The commoners are becoming restless, and it is imperative that we subdue them. Remain vigilant, for there may already be an outsider within our borders looking to stir up trouble.
This must be a captain from this city, and they're looking to quell any dissent. We then turn to the man to our right wearing a green garb and ask him of the soldiers in the outpost.
We've been safe ever since the Imperial Guard came.
Well, it seems some are thankful for the guard's occupation, but what of the local nobility? We query a man named Khasim, who says,
If you need a place to camp until the gates are opened, there is room in our cellars, safe from the desert heat.
Well, he too seems friendly enough, even offering us aid in these time of troubles. Next, we speak to Kadeen, who says,
The Imperial Guard will keep us safe.
When moving to speak to Lieutenant Vakim, the Enchantress warns.
The cultist magic resonates within this place. Be on your guard.
Whatever misgivings the Iron Wolves have of the Guard, it seems the citizens don't share the same sentiment. And yet, we can't help but sense something is amiss. We then turn to the lieutenant, telling him of our plans, but he mocks.
Greetings. I'm headed to Alcarnus, but this gate seems to be blocking my way.
You must be mad. But if you're intent on rushing headlong to your death, talk to Captain David down in the command post. He's got the gate key.
We see just south of us that the gate post is indeed locked and the guards are not going to let us through without the gate key. So we search out Captain David in the cellar-like guard post below. Entering the filthy command post, we see, what's this? An ambush, as the apparition of Magda taunts.
Here you are, delivered unto me as a sacrifice, a gift from Lord Belial.
He used you as a distraction, and I let him. Killing you is worth a delay.
No, he would never betray me. Strike him down.
Belial has never heard of loyalty. He's left you to pay for Cain's death.
With Magda's serpentine shapeshifters contended with, holy light burns the ground around us, and we see the Iron Wolves are trapped in makeshift cages. And as we search the room, making sure that it's safe, we can't help but wonder how many other serpentine doppelgangers are about. We free the leader of the Iron Wolves, and he tells us of Belial's sick plan.
Not a moment too soon. They plan to sacrifice us to Belial. Iron Wolves, take back the town!
Well, there's our answer, and we follow the Iron Wolves topside to contend with the shape-shifting demons. The Copperfangs lay in a bloody heap, save for one of their brethren that tries to flee. And with that, the Copperfangs are defeated and the town is safe from the filthy clones. We must know how they did it and ask Alarin.
I wonder what happened to my son.
We can only be sorry for his loss. Kaliam then informs.
The demons came disguised as members of the Imperial Guard. They control our minds, train them to create their illusions.
What foul magic's befitting of a Lord of Lies indeed? It's then Kaden asks the same question, burning on our mind.
The Imperial Guard was infiltrated by demons? Or are they all demons?
Has Belial successfully, fully infiltrated the city of Chaldeum? And if so, light gives strength to the city and its many victims.